Hello, all guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome to the newest episode of the Noobs and Knockouts podcast, brought to you on YouTube, on Spotify, on Google, and Apple Podcasts. I'm Austin. I'm a knockout. Watched a lot of wrestling.
I'm David. I'm a noob. Haven't watched nearly as much wrestling. Austin, why the fuck aren't I famous yet? I keep calling that number, and I expect the paparazzi to be at my door any goddamn day. I expect
You're getting left on voicemail by
the
famous B.
views. I'm doing it for us, Austin. Where are the views? They should be shooting way up because known celebrity David the Noob is now is on the Noobs and Knockouts
Famous.
podcast. Is famous. What the fuck? I want my money back.
Sorry, no refunds.
No, god damn it, no!
That's definitely famous B's. That's famous.
That
B's
is
policy,
100% a stipulation for famous B is all sales of
They're
famous
final.
Fortune are final, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we are back in Lucha Underground Season 2. Quite a bit went down last time we were here.
You think?
Yeah, so let's talk about it. Starting from the top here, Sexy Star did not want to accompany Mac to his match against Marty the Moth Martinez because Marty
PTSD.
kidnapped her.
Yes.
And Mac is like, you can't be sexy and you can't be strong if you have PTSD. So
that's
get
how
out
that
there.
works. That's how that works. There is nothing problematic about that statement.
She's like, damn, you're right. And
she
did it.
She just agrees with him. It's impeccable logic.
Yeah, so Marty and the Mac have a match. The Marty wins because of the distraction of the debut of his sister, Mariposa.
La Mariposa with moth wings that are definitely not made out of human flesh. Don't ask any further questions.
We can't confirm or deny.
Can neither confirm nor deny. This is true.
But then sexy Star cowered in fear of Mariposa, and Mariposa kicked her down. So finally, we're really getting into this. Sexy Star had trauma from being kidnapped thing. Fine.
Yeah, this is gonna get real fucking weird, but hopefully in a good way. Hopefully in a way that doesn't traumatize me. We'll find out.
We get the backstory of Fenix as a poor kid who found solace in fantasy, and now he seeks to prove everyone, all his doubters, wrong.
And also prove that he's not literally a phoenix. Please stop pretending like he has a gajillion lives. He
keeps having to leave Katrina on red.
Yeah.
Because of this misconception.
Yeah, Katrina's like, so when are you gonna let me kill you again, for science?
No. It's like he was kind of into the foreplay of it for a few weeks.
Yeah.
He's like,
no. Well, because he didn't think she was taking it literally either. He's like, I see.
I get it.
And
I get it. I'm Fenix. You're kind of like, I can get into it. And then he's like, oh, this is actually.
And then she
way more serious about this.
Then she brought out the knives and didn't establish a safe word, and he went, oh.
Yeah, I'm a Phoenix. You can. How do I do an innuendo? Phoenix is here. I always rise again. Yeah.
Oh my fucking God, Austin. No. That's it. You're done. You're fired. Hello all. Well, guys, gals, and non-binaries, welcome to the Noobs podcast. I'm David. I'm your host.
You can't fire me. I'm in control of the recording.
But the thing is, when you make a joke that bad, it becomes my constitutional right. That's how that works.
Listen, it's difficult to make innuendos about phoenixes. Just all the jokes in my mind just turning to ash because they were so bad.
Nope. We're done. And on today's episode of the Noobs and Noobs podcast. I'm back. Anyway.
All right, and moving on. We get the greatest vignette that Lucha Underground has ever done.
Just a ridiculous amount of nunchucks.
Yeah, so Drago accosts Jack Evans in the bathroom as he usually does to people. Uh,
As he is wont to do. Someone really got to talk to him about that.
yeah, it's a little weird, man.
Yeah,
Like Jack Evans had his dick out and everything.
yeah, yeah. And Drago just keeps like looking down at it, and Jack Evans is like, "What are you doing, man?" Drago says, "Don't worry about it."
Ugh.
Yeah.
He's
Anyway.
he's like, with a weapon like that, how are you the Dragon Slayer?
Oh my God. No.
He looks down at that and he's like, well, I guess you're not the Pussy Slayer.
No, Austin. I'm David. I'm your host. I've actually watched all of the wrestling. Anyone else who claims to is fucking irrelevant and doesn't exist.
So after Drago tries to pick a fight with Jack Evans, PJ Black comes in, threatens him with the nunchucks, and then Drago pulls out his own pair of nunchucks, and then Jack Evans has a pair of nunchucks, and they're gonna fight 2-on-1, and then Aerostar pops in with his own glow in the dark nunchucks.
Dual wielding. Don't forget the dual wielding part.
Dual wielding. So we had a nunchuck fight in the bathroom.
The nunchuck to person ratio here is over 100%.
Yep, crazy shit. And it will have a payoff. We will have a payoff to all this.
So you said. I hope I hope I hope whatever the payoff is escalates it from a ridiculous amount of nunchucks to a frankly absurd amount of nunchucks. Those are legitimate forms of measurement, units of measurement. And I'm being very precise here. I demand precisely a frankly absurd amount of nunchucks in the payoff. Thank you very much.
So when we get a match, the Mogul Embassy's hottest prospect, Brian Cage,
yes,
is in a no DQ match. He was going to have it with Johnny Mundo, and Taya Valkyrie said, Johnny already kicked your ass, so in fact, it's my turn. And you'll be wrestling me instead.
Cade said, no.
Nah, I'm good.
That is incorrect.
And he mostly dominates the match. Ty has to like punch him in the balls to get an upper hand at any point. Johnny Mundo
tanks several shots to the head because,
Johnny Mundo comes out with a full ass lead pipe and tries to murder Cage. Doesn't work. He breaks a beer bottle over his head.
As you pointed out, without fucking flinching. Like, Jesus.
Yep. Not Cage does win the match, and Taya, because Mundo's, after seeing all this, is like, well, Taya, good luck. And
yeah, I know. He just bailed. Sorry, wifey.
Yeah, Cage gets the dub. Famous B is back with a wizard hat as we get the newest member of the Famous B cinematic universe as he takes Brenda, who was ugly and poor and had no prospects, and he did his wizardy magic to her, and now she's beautiful and famous.
Did I say bitch? I meant the best ever, because she's famous now and also hot.
Yeah, duh. Yeah, all you have to do is dial 423 get fame.
I did that.
That's what you did. Well, you've been left again. You were sent a voicemail. That's all you're gonna get.
What?
He'll call you. You don't need to call him. He'll call you.
I'm starting to suspect he only does this for women. This is discrimination, and I'm suing him on Title IX.
I don't think Title IX applies.
It is for discrimination on the basis of gender identity. If he doing it for the ladies but not the dudes, I'm just saying, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have words.
It's pretty sure Title IX is only related to education and federal programs. I don't think Famous B's shady backlot get famous business applies under Title IX.
Fuck. God damn it. I gotta find a new grift. I'll get you one day, Famous B.
So Ivelisse got a title rematch for her boys, But the twist is if they lose, they have to hit the open road
Loser
forever.
leaves Lucha Underground, but only if the losers are Menage a Trois of Brutality.
Yeah, this is not a loser leaves the temple match. This is a if the Menage a Trois lose, they leave.
They're
match.
gone. Yeah, bye.
And then in our main event, Mil Muertes defeated Prince Puma and Pentagon Jr. to retain the title. But Fenix is cashing in his gift to the gods title. We're having the match this week.
Yeah, the fucking rubber match. The three-peat match between Mil and Fenix. I know what the outcome's gonna be, but man, if I'm not still hype as fuck to watch it.
Yeah, so tonight we are watching season 2, episode 8, Life After Death.
Oh, thematic.
Do you believe in life after death? After death?
Yes, they should get Cher to be the.
I admittedly pre-thought of that one.
Damn.
I don't prepare a lot of jokes ahead of time for this podcast. Things just come out of
that one. That one was like it popped into your head, and it was such a stroke of inspired genius that you knew it had to be immediately written down. No, I respect.
Had to keep that one. But
yeah,
anyway.
So Cher is going to be the next musical guest in the temple. Absolutely.
Correct. So Life After Death here. No, the Wikipedia descriptor does not tell us anything new. Is Fenix exchanges his gift to the gods championship for a Lucha Underground championship match, and the trios titles are defended.
Ooh, two of my favorite parts of this show. This is gonna be great.
We're gonna have Mil Muertes defending against Fenix, and the Disciples of Death defending against the Menage a Trois of brutality,
Of brutality.
Angelico, Evilise, and Son of Havoc.
Fuck yes.
So if you would like to watch this along with us, well, your options are you can do this legally through Apple or Amazon Video.
Or you can do this
by the whole season. Or, you can do this underground fight temple style.
The best style, some may say.
Go sailing the digital seas, and you can find Lucha Underground around.
Run up your veritable Jolly Roger. Tell them the Noobs and Knockouts sent you. All that.
Hit up. Get aboard your Jolly Roger. Fire up the old VPN for your own protection.
True. Better than any cannon.
Yeah, and then sail onward.
Sail onward, and then dock in your own proverbial Tortuga once you've found your booty. This is true.
Correct. So we will be back in the back half to discuss Lucha Underground Season 2, Episode 8.
Hell yeah.
And we are back. We have finished Lucha Underground Season 2, Episode 8, Life After Death.
That was the most insane thing. I feel like I've said this after a lot of Lucha Underground episodes, and it's every time it's true. Every single time it's true. That was the most insane thing I've maybe ever watched.
Yeah, this episode was real balls to the wall with action.
Yeah, it was fucking wild, and like we just got to talk about it because whereas last week was balls to the wall and like crazy like backstage like shit and like B-side story progression. This was just all of the fucking in-ring action and also a shit ton of story too.
Yeah, some weeks we learned that Joey Ryan is a cop and that time travel exists in the same series of episodes.
And other weeks we just learned that everybody has nunchucks.
Yeah. I don't. Maybe this might have just been from where I got the video for this episode, but I didn't have a recap at the start of the episode.
I don't think I did either. Actually, I think we just kind of dove right in, which makes sense. We had a lot to do in this fucking episode.
We do. We are in the locker room, and Fenix is just with his belt. He's getting ready. And Katrina, she starts clapping, and you hear her voice. I've tried everything to destroy you, and the lights go out, and she like teleports into the room, like a
Yeah,
serial
the
killer.
like as teleporting as serial killers are known to do.
In the dark,
Uh,
be in the dark and spooky as possible.
well, yes. Great cinematography of like Phoenix is in the foreground, the lights go out on him, and then in the like background on the other, like Phoenix is in the foreground left, and in the like background right, the lights flicker on Katrina. That was great framing right there.
Yeah,
Beautiful stuff.
amazing. But he just keeps rising from the ashes.
Katrina, I keep
Um,
trying to tell you, I'm not a literal fucking Phoenix.
well,
Please,
here's the
God.
thing, because she says it's no secret that she desires his powers because it could give her life again.
Was that not a secret? I feel like that was a secret. I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
I don't remember us talking about what she thinks the powers will be good for. I
Yeah,
could be
I just
wrong
thought
and have
it was like
forgotten
I
about
thought
that.
she was horny over it because of her aesthetic.
No, apparently she wants to steal the power of Phoenix so that she will come back to life. The
Yeah, which
ghost,
okay, I guess Katrina's on a Pinocchio quest. Cool. That
she
and
wants to
I
be a real girl.
yeah, and I guess it wasn't a secret, even though neither of us had any prior knowledge of this.
No, the secret is that she wanted the powers. That was the thing she said. It was no secret, which is
It's
true.
but I feel like the way that sentence was structured, it was all to be taken in conjunction. It's no secret it's your powers I desire. They could give me life again.
I heard the comma in there.
I also heard the comma, but like it didn't feel like I feel like if it were real that part were really a secret, it would have been a semicolon, you know? Uh I
Whatever.
only felt a comma in
Whatever.
that.
I'm not doing a grammar fight right now
Damn it.
over this. But Phoenix offers his hand and Katrina takes it. She says, "Sometimes I wonder if I made the wrong choice. If
And
I
then they
should
just
have
start
stayed now, if I should have stayed loyal to you and accepted my fate." And then they start
they
making
start
the fuck out.
aggressively making out for like 30 seconds. Katrina is a messy bitch and Phoenix is into it. And
It was
then
amazing.
yeah, Austin's shipper brain went into overdrive, and he started writing his next fanfic about it. Um, yeah,
Quick,
and she breaks the kiss by going, "Our final kiss, bruh."
yeah,
What a messy fucking
to,
bitch. She's like, that
to
was nice. Time for you to die.
all right. Katrina said, "I never thought we'd have a last kiss. I never thought we'd end like this. Your name forever on my lips." Boom! Taylor Swift joke. And I have to
You
immediately
piece of
explain because you're not gonna get it.
You
So
piece of shit. I mean, I figured that was T Swift. I
yeah.
had an inkling in my head, Austin, of like, of all the musical acts, like it was like a 75% Taylor Swift, 25% Paramore, okay? I
Now
rolled the dice.
Paramore doesn't really write like that. It's fine.
Yeah, well that was the thing. Like, every once in a while Haley Williams can touch that a little bit, but it's usually a lot more like, sardonic. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, and then she zaps out of the room and Phoenix gets that brutal post nut clarity of like, oh fuck,
I don't
I
think
did
that
it
was
again,
he
didn't
seemed a
I?
little more confused than post nut
I don't
clarity to
know.
me.
He kind of was like, "Oh, god damn it,
Yeah.
not again!" Like he put his hands over his fucking face and he was like, "God damn it, Ray! We've talked about this."
She is the girl he knows that he needs to stop going back to, but he just can't help it.
True. He keeps sending her "you up" texts at 3 a.m.
Yeah, and then he regrets it every morning.
And then the next morning he was like, "Fuck,
Yep.
fuck! Someone needs to take my phone away." No, it's true. Um, but yeah, we cut over to the temple. Once again, uh, very conspicuous is the lack of the live band that we had in season 1. I kind of had this like realization full on of like it's so fascinating to see how the music has shifted since season 1. Like there was the live band at the beginning of each episode helped keep things light, and then kind of like the non-diegetic background music was all a lot of like mysterious doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo sort of thing. In season 2, the sound is like it's bigger, it's more orchestral, and it has a more like action definitive we are moving towards a thing feel to it rather than kind of like
Mhm.
the mysterious and brooding do-do-do-do-do-do of the previous season. Like it still got that a little bit, but it's a lot bigger and a lot more like everything is clashing together after all
We
the
are
dominoes set up
fucking
in season 1.
going.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that as a touch. Like, music is such an important part of wrestling, and so to see even the non-diegetic music get such attention in Lucha Underground for a story like this, it's tremendous. I really appreciate it.
But we don't even get an intro from Stryker and Vampiro this week.
No.
We're just
Yeah,
going in.
Stryker can't say his favorite catchphrase of Melissa Santos, "Take it away."
Because Melissa is already taking it away.
True. And
But
we
it's
open.
time for the Trios Championship match. The Menage a Trois of Brutality. The Evilise, Son of Havoc, and Angelico versus the Disciples of Death.
Yes, and I've completely forgotten which one is which.
I
once again.
also did. I just
Sweet.
wrote the colored masks in
Say
my notes.
Yes.
I mean, I remember their names. It's Barrio Negro,
Barrio Negro,
Sinestro de la Muerte,
and Mr. Biscuits.
and 13. I remember he's 13. I don't remember the name now. Trace. That's right.
But also it's Mr. Biscuits.
The first time the Vampiro immediately saying something stupid. As Stryker asks him who he's got in this match, and Vampiro's like, anything that's dark, that's beyond the grave, I'm a fan of. Reminds me of my younger days. So
Vampiro
he's
out here rooting for his
death.
He's out here rooting for his fellow goths like a fucking dweeb.
And then fucking Stryker immediately says the high priestess of Hades, Katrina.
Yeah. All right, Stryker, you're very creative. We love your illusions. You know, he wasn't doing too bad in this episode. It was Vamp who was, as normal, being the fucking weird one. So off the bat, we start the match with Katrina, and I forget which fucking mask. And Vampiro asks, because they're talking about how Evilise went up against Mil Muertes a few weeks ago. And so, you know, and she and Katrina kind of have beef too. So she's got a whole lot of shit going into a match with the Disciples of Death, which are, you know, obviously connected to both Mil and Katrina. And Vampiro asks, you know, philosopher that he is, do you think she has a little chip on her shoulder? And then he pauses for a second. He goes, not because she's short. I'm just saying.
Bruh, everyone knows the expression chip on the shoulder, brother.
Yeah, he said little chips, but he's like, he got scared about being canceled or something. I don't fucking know.
Dumbass.
Idiot. Yeah, but Menage a Trois of Brutality, though, starts off this match, like, actually coordinated as fuck.
Well, I want to say also before this is Melissa Santos announces the stipulation to everybody, and everyone gasps, and they're like, no. And it's another one of those times where, unfortunately, the story beat has been lost from backstage to the ring, as, you know, as Stryker and Vampiro are like, why did they do that?
Yeah. They're like, oh, there's like, I guess they're just really fucking confident. Like
no.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Okay. No.
Stop. But anyway, yeah, we get the 3v3 brawl is on. I wrote the good guys because at one point I was getting tired of writing Menage a Trois for everything.
See, I just shortened them to Matob. M-A-T-O-B.
Matt B.
Matob. Right. Well, you can add the O in there. Matob.
Yeah, but so they go to goddamn town on the Disciples of Death. The commentary team is really putting over this idea that, like, for the first time in forever, this trio is like working together as an actual team.
Which I feel like that's not entirely true, because they did that also at Ultima Lucha last season.
Well, to be fair, Evilise's foot was broken.
That's
well.
true.
So this is the first time where, like, Evilise is like really here.
Yeah. So that's sick as fuck. And it was a really satisfying thing to watch. Like,
And they
you know,
basically kind of beat the shit out of the Disciples of Death.
oh
The
yeah,
Disciples of
yeah,
Death basically have to just cheat and be underhanded to ever get an
yeah. Well, that's the
advantage in the
thing.
match.
So much for the fucking just raise up the rock thing. Katrina and the DOD actually have to fucking do shenanigans. I will
Hey,
say,
she's saving her rock powers for tonight.
well, we'll get there. I will say, one cool bit of work from the DoD. Evilise is still the legal man in this case, and so the Purple Mask is the legal man for Disciples of Death, and he gets her in this kind of insane fucking submission hold where he's kneeling and he has her hanging by one
The
of her legs,
stretch
which is wrapped
muffler.
around his neck. What's it called?
The stretch muffler.
Stretch
Yes,
muffler. Yeah,
I
I
do
don't
know
know
what
if
you
I've
mean.
ever seen that move before, but it was
I
sick.
All I know is that it was Brock Lesnar's move in his first WWE run. Maybe only when he was in developmental, he might have only been for that. But he's had that move in the game for forever. But yeah, as David said, he's basically like got her kneel. She's on the ground. He's kneeling down. He takes her leg and like stretches it over his own neck.
Hooks it around the back of his
Yeah.
neck and just like and then like presses down on her body and just makes her
Yeah.
fucking hang there. That shit looked insane. Like, great tableau visually and also looked brutal as fuck.
Yeah, so
Um,
they are trying to target the knee a little bit of
yeah,
Evilise when they
Stryker
get the
points that out on
opportunity to. Yeah,
commentary. Her LBI, as he puts it.
of course. But Evilise drop kicks Purple Mask in the back of the knee, and then
Yep.
tags in Son of Havoc for that hot tag. Clothesline, double DDT
Dude,
flatliner.
that was
And
sick.
then Angelico tags in and then just starts kicking people all over the place.
Yeah.
Stryker be like, you make the most of what the good Lord gave you, and Angelico is making the most of his blessings tonight. Thank you.
That sounds dirty somehow, and I don't want to think about it anymore.
Three-way suicide dive onto the Disciples of Death.
Onto the DOD. Oh yeah, that was sick as fuck. And then while Son of Havoc is trying to get back up onto the apron to deal out more pain, Katrina fucking grabs him by the leg and pulls him
This was a
back down
clever
onto the
little
mat.
bit here of like, yeah, as you said, Katrina grabs the foot on a springboard move, but in the ring, Angelico has one of the disciples down, and while all of that's happening with Katrina, they do the old belt. They do the twin magic.
They literally do
switcheroo.
twin magic. Yeah.
The commentary calls it the Killer Bee spot, which I guess they also did that. But I'm too modern to think of the Killer Bees in that spot.
Oh fuck, the Killer Bees! I forgot about them.
Yeah, 80s tag team legends, the Killer Bees.
Oh,
they probably did it first on a major stage, but I remember the Bellas doing it. But
yeah,
twin magic, they pull the switcheroo, but it's a roll up only for a 2 count. And after that, you're done, pal. Knee to the face to the Purple Mask. Then Angelico hits Fall of the Angels, which is a crucifix power bomb into the corner, which is ow.
yeah,
and then
that was
Son of Havoc hits his 450 splash, and Angelico pins the Purple Mask to win the trios titles. The Menage a Trois are champions again.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. So they do twin magic, but even Rick Knox doesn't fucking catch it. So it doesn't. So like it doesn't change the outcome. Like
the idea was they were gonna roll him. Is that like they were gonna roll up on Helico?
Oh,
like,
well, I'm sure either way
because he wasn't injured. So
I see.
That was the plan.
Either way, I'm sure Katrina's gonna run this back for some bullshit later of like, well, you see, you didn't actually pin the legal putty.
She probably will. Well,
probably will.
Maybe we'll see, because there's a thing that happens later that we'll see if the Disciples of Death get another title match.
Well, I don't know.
Because they might not be around anymore to get one.
We'll talk about when we get there. So yeah. So yes, but Menage a Trois are champions again. And I was
Rest in piss, disciples of death.
we
You
barely gave
won
a
the
shit about
belt.
you.
You won the belts and immediately kind of got your ass kicked by Pentagon and Puma until you got the belts, till you lost the belts again.
Absolutely. And it was at this point, Austin, that in the episode I dusted off my hands and I laid back. I was like, everything in this episode is proceeding exactly how I predicted it would. We're gonna get our happy redemption in the beginning before we get a crushing defeat at the end. It's fine.
Right.
And yep, and that's what happened.
Of course.
So
Then we cut to the backstage and where Prince Puma is hitting that heavy bag.
dude, he looks real mad as he's punching that
He
fucking
is.
clearly.
And Johnny Mundo.
I want to say clearly the reason he's so pissed is he got a terrible vision of being beaten by some awful ass YouTube celebrity in a WWE PLE.
He had a premonition of losing to Logan Paul on pay-per-view.
Oh, baby. But yeah, Johnny Mundo shows up and he's basically like, "Hey, remember when we were friends last year?" Yeah,
he immediately runs in and he's like, "What's up, amigo?"
Yeah, what a prick.
So yeah, Mundo's like, "Man, I'm really sorry about last week. I really thought you were gonna pull it out and win the title back."
No. Yeah.
He's like,
no.
"Fuck you, man." But no, Mundo,
condescending prick.
Yeah, Mundo says he's preparing for Aztec Warfare, and he's not.
He's got big ass boxing gloves on too.
Well, yeah, he's also got to work. He's throwing some punches, working out in here, and he said he's not going to make the same mistake as last year and take Puma to the end with him. This year, I'm taking you straight to Slamtown.
Oh, I am not going to make the same mistake as I did last year. I'm going to take you to Slamtown immediately, and yes, he's very, very cool for that.
Yeah, actually. So as he puts it, you have to take your little giraffe tights and get to the back of the line.
Okay, I missed that line.
Champion, which is very funny when Hal says he's obviously Puma colored. It's very much a Puma design.
But it's yellow with brown spots, Austin. So, that can only be one animal.
Yeah, dumbass in Slamtown here. But as Mundo goes, this temple,
idiot.
It's not your world. And he hits the punching bag. It's mine. And you see the reflection out of his glasses.
Get it? Because Mundo is world in Spanish.
Yeah. And then in the craziest part of the promo, Mundo leaves, and then Puma just starts growling at Mundo, except it is blatantly ADR'd Jaguar growl.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. And then my man fucking punches through the punching bag all the way through. Like his fist just goes through and sand is exploding out the other side. So, okay, I guess Puma may be an actual fucking Puma / Jaguar.
That sounds about right.
Oh my God. Why is everything literal? I'm asking for one metaphor, Austin. Please, God.
No.
Damn.
No metaphors on this
Fuck. Yeah, damn, Rob doesn't go that deep. Anyway.
So then we cut to Rey Mysterio is in the dojo. He's pouring some glasses.
Yes.
And El Dragon Azteca walks in and Mysterio offers him some tequila. Because
R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman.
Yep. So El Dragon Azteca asks for the occasion, and Rey says it's because that Junior's training is complete. Before they drink, there's something he has to give him, and then Rey pulls out El Dragon Azteca Jr.'s Hogwarts letter.
Yeah, real.
Because it's a wax sealed envelope.
Absolutely.
But he opens it, and it's an invitation for Aztec Warfare.
Why did he get this invitation? I don't know, but he's got it.
Apparently, Katrina was sending out invitations, RSVPs.
Yeah,
she was sending out RSVPs to Aztec Warfare.
She's very organized sometimes. Yeah, she had her talent scouts actually go out to Rey's little dojo there. That's how that works. I'm very interested to see like who ends up showing up at Aztec Warfare next week to see like, you know, how far and wide Katrina's sending these fucking letters. More commentary to come on this fucking mail order RSVP that Katrina's got going for Aztec Warfare.
Yeah, so El Dragon Azteca Jr. asks Ray if he's coming with him, and Ray pulls out an envelope of his own. So both guys are coming to Aztec Warfare next week.
Yes, Rey Mysterio in the temple for the first time. Oh baby, let's fucking go.
Yep. May the best man win, and they down their shots.
Hell yeah. All right, bull rope match for the feud we don't give a shit about, but you know,
Chavo Guerrero and Texano in the bull rope match.
I forgot that we'd done one of these before. And also that the bull rope match is like the Lucha Underground version of a dog collar match.
Yep. Chavo, I noted that Chavo is not only tied to a rope, he also has Texano's rope in his hand.
Yeah, you know, as you do. Although that becomes consequential.
So the crew are here, Mr. Cisco and Cortez Castro. And Chavo asks them to like, hey, get in here and start punching because it's a no DQ match.
No
I can
DQ.
do it. But then the crew are like, fuck you and fuck this, and they leave.
The crew is like, yeah, we actually like not being beaten up by Texano all the time, so bye-bye.
Bye.
Match starts off, and Stryker asks Vampiro which is the better family, the Guerrero or the Texano family. And Vampiro, clearly scared to get murked by whatever family he implicitly shit talks. Like, I just hope everybody has a good time.
What he says is, I have to say the Lucha Underground family is what he says, but yeah.
Yeah. Again,
homie does not want to take a side on that.
Homie's like, whichever I don't say, they're gonna come like slit my throat in my sleep afterward. Yeah. Why would you do this to me, Stryker?
Texano starts off to taking with in control because Chavo's a weak little baby bitch.
I also want to point out as the match kicks off, Stryker is talking about like, all right, so speaking of the two families, you know, it's Easter in a few weeks, so whoever wins this match will go home to their families with their head held high, and whoever loses this match will have to sit at the fucking kiddie table. And it's like, oh, is that how that works in luchador families?
I guess.
The kitty, like you're sitting there with like 5-year-old cousin Julio, and he's like, "Why are you sitting with us, Uncle Chavo?" I lost my bull rope match. You're a fucking bitch.
Mama didn't raise no jobber, so you go to the fucking kiddie table.
Wow, Uncle Chavo, you really fucking suck, don't you?
Yeah. We don't want to grow up to be Uncle Chavo. We want to be a winner.
I could have pinned Texano in my sleep, you fucking loser. Anyway.
Yeah. They also love Vampiro goes real hard also at the socioeconomic backgrounds.
Okay, you noticed that too? Oh my god. Okay. So before shit gets real, I do want to point out one cute detail. There's a little cowbell in the middle of the rope. Yeah. That's cute. So Vampiro points out, you know, we have the Guerreros from El Paso, Texas, and the Tejanos from Mexico, which, you know, seems slightly backward based on the family names, but you know, okay.
We have talked before about Texano naming himself Texano when he is from Mexicali, Mexico.
Yeah. Makes no sense. Well, I guess that's his whole family's naming convention. You know, they're just LARPing. So Stryker takes that comment from Vampiro to call this a border war, and then fucking Vampiro takes that as an opportunity to get way too real and talk how socioeconomically shitty it is to grow up just south of the border. He's like, yeah, man. Hey, have you ever fucking considered how much it must suck for the Tejanos to, you know, look across the street at the Guerreros at their nice schools and their nice grocery stores, and then have to eat fucking tortillas every day because they got nothing else. It's like, whoa, okay, when the
whoa
fuck?
now.
Ho. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. Frankly, I could do with a little bit more of like way too real socioeconomic commentary during a good old wrestling match. However,
Also,
that
that's never
escalated.
coming up again.
That's
So,
never.
you know.
We're never touching that. Striker, and Vampiro just
Striker
turn to
doesn't
the
even have
fucking
anything to say about it. He's just like,
yeah.
all right,
They
great.
just turn to the camera and go
Moving
tear down
on.
the wall. Yeah. So they're brawling around. I don't know if you have any big match notes before we get. It is a solid match, but things get kind of insane when Chavo gets in control.
I took notes. Texano just dominates the early part of the match. Chavo gets back in control here because as basically Chavo is on the inside of the ring, Texano's on the outside of the ring, and Chavo pulls the rope until like Texano hits like the ring post.
Yeah. Okay. And Chavo's positioned above him. Chavo's got Texano, in some sort of a fucking noose. And Texano, thinking as quickly as he can, takes inspiration from Chavo modeling wrestling moves after a form of judicial execution, and takes
yeah. So Chavo tosses Texano in the chairs a little bit, and he starts choking him with the bull rope, and then Chavo gets up on the top rope to keep the choke going. But Texano gets him in the electric chair position, which is basically like when you're sitting on someone's shoulders.
Yeah. So we go from a noose, we go from hanging to an electric chair. We love, again, the socio-political commentary keeps fucking rolling.
I mean, that's just what the move is called, but
I know,
and then he drops him, and that gets
Chavo to release the
Texano, and then a crazy fucking move here. After
okay, I need to set it up by what the fuck happened on commentary, because they're both splayed out on the ground, the rope kind of all bunched up between them, and Vampiro desperately wants to see somebody get crotched with the bull rope. Amazingly, as he said,
he's gonna get his wish.
Texano obliges.
Texano like picks up Chavo, and the rope is just firmly in between Chavo's crotch, all up in Chavo's taint. And then so
all the way up there, Morty.
What Texano does is he pulls the rope up and he lifts up Chavo. So this thing is just straight up. This fucking rope is just rubbing Chavo's crotch.
Yeah, and the force of the rope is being used to lift Chavo into the air. Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And so Striker comments on this by saying that Vampiro imagines violent scenarios, and then they happen right before your eyes. And Vampiro responds, yeah, but now I'm on my meds, brother, so I'm good. which is a thing said only by people who are very much not on their meds.
Yeah, I'm on my meds, I'm good, man.
Yeah, okay. That had nothing to do with anything that was being said. That I'm sure you're on your meds, you deeply weird man.
Yes, so 10 minutes after. Oh no, I've lost place in my notes.
Okay, so basically Chavo manages to get control back of the match. And
commentary note. Is Striker being like, Texano lost the only bull rope match he's had in the temple. Striker notably not saying to who.
Hey-o.
I didn't notice he said that. I didn't notice. He does not say Alberto. He just mentions that
he is dead to us, which based.
Yeah, so Chavo sets up. Texano's going for a superplex. Chavo blocks him and tries to do a frog splash, but Texano yanks the rope.
Okay,
lying down.
But here's the thing. So Texano is lying down. Chavo is up on the top rope. Texano yanks the bull rope downwards a little bit, which, by the power of physics, this is how this works, sends Chavo fucking flying to the middle of the ring.
Gotta bump, brother. So
Got a bump, brother.
A
Holy
bump right.
shit.
But Chavo gets tossed off, and then Texano hits the sit-out power bomb for the win.
1, 2, 3. And Chavo then, taunts or Texano taunts over Chavo's fucking body.
Whips him some more with his bull rope. He gets it back.
He says something about he kind of harkens to like what commentary was putting over and whatever the fuck he yells at Chavo, which I just wrote as Texano says ACAB as he beats up on the man he clearly sees as the embodiment of border control.
Sure.
True.
Something Mexico or something is what he said.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Yeah.
Anyway, he whips Chavo, and
boom,
yay, the
based,
good guys win again. So back in the locker room.
It was a good match though.
Yeah, back in the locker room, Mil Muertes has two of the disciples in a chokehold.
Oh my god.
Screaming, he's mad. He starts beating the absolute shit out of both
also,
of them.
real quick, I do want to point out in between this segment and the last match, we got like a match card for Mil versus Fenix for the end of the night. They're doing the match cards like in a new like graphical style, like they're doing a split screen between the two opponents, and like I don't know how to describe the text on the screen as anything other than like enlarged Spanish subtitle text font. But I kind of dig it. Like it feels like the way they style it is like low res Fight Club while still looking like cool and slick, and I don't know, I like it. But yes, Mil is out here murdering his fucking putties because they disappointed him or whatever.
Yeah, he like tosses the silver mask over the locker, one of the lockers, into the like on the other end of a locker.
As you do. I feel the need to point out how they're every time they get thrown around, they like fucking electrical
some lightning.
Yeah, Mil just really likes how they make buzz when you throw them around. He's like a fucking
so Purple Mask dares to fight back. He like punches Mil in the face, and Mil is gonna kill him. He goozles him. He lifts him up, and Katrina's like, "No, spare him." And Mil just chucks him on the ground.
Yeah, so like I don't know.
Even Katrina thinks he's dead because he's like, "Or not."
Oh, does she say that?
Yeah, she's like, "Or not."
Okay.
And Mil takes her hand, and they go off to the ring and leave the corpse of I think Sinestro de la Muerte is in the purple mask. They leave him. They leave his broken body laying down in the locker room.
Oof. Yeah. See, I didn't take that to be like they had been fully killed, just like decently thrown around by the giant zombie man. But maybe they are perma dead. Who knows? They were doing a little bit of electrical buzzing, which makes me wonder if they were actually robots. But whatever. Fucking anyway. So big oof either way. Shit. For the first time in several weeks, we got another Dario vignette. Hey, buddy,
we are 375 miles from Boyle Heights at Dario's fake temple trap, where he
my god, he's got like the fucking like temple logo drawn on in like fucking chalk with just temple written below it.
On a fucking brick wall.
On a brick wall, and it's really small too. Like it takes up all of like the height of one brick. Like but
dude. He continues to feed dumb locals to his brother to get actual murdered. And
okay. When we get a bunch of like stock sounds that are,
we do get a lot of stock sounds of his brother killing.
I swear to God, among the stock sounds, I heard a fucking gun cocking. So I'd like to believe that Matanza's just in there with a Glock.
No, I want to believe that the idiots are in there with a Glock and they're trying to kill Matanza, and it doesn't work.
The bullet just bounces off of him.
Yeah, that's what I want to believe.
Oh my god. No, I think it's funnier if Matanza's not in there like actually doing lucha shit. He's just got a fucking
gun. The finest in lucha.
Like, you're about to get Matanza, bitch.
The finest in lucha libre technique, a gun.
Hey, it fits right in with if fucking nunchucks belong in Lucha Libre. So does a 39, okay? Hey, sometimes he doesn't shoot. Sometimes he pistol whips. You know, there is a little bit of melee going on there.
Matanza got a fucking 9mm in there. He's just going to town on these idiots.
Look at it, he's got a gun. Anyway, so Dario's
Put
like,
down the gun, cool Matanza.
oh no, oh no. And then he shoots Matt Stryker, the true damsel in distress in all of this.
Yeah, who is the small child that is now cared for by
Vampiro,
Matanza?
obviously.
I guess. Okay, so Black Lotus is guarding the door, and Dario's like, "Yeah,
He's ready.
it's time to get out of here.
Yeah,
My brother is ready. So why don't we take?"
Which I don't
temple?
see how like feeding him just jobbers to literally murder serves as sufficient training, but you know, okay.
Yeah, but the big thing here is Dario takes out his key.
His comically oversized
trailer.
key, which for some reason fits into the lock on the temple door. That is definitely not.
It fits on everything. It fits every.
Yeah, it actually like it's fucking like T1000 fluid, and it just like into the lock.
Yeah, so he opens the trailer door, and we get our first view of Matanza Cueto covered in blood.
My name's Jeff.
Yeah, this is me looking at Matanza Cueto looks like the most grindhouse that Lucha Underground gets.
This is
like this guy looks like the villain in a B horror movie.
Yeah,
coming out of here.
This is the most like Robert Rodriguez loves both wrestling and like schlocky horror movies rolled into one.
Because he's out here. He's in like. He's this bulky motherfucker.
Yeah.
He is in like he's in like worker gear.
Yeah, some fucking
with the art with the sleeves cut off.
Some fucking Michael Myers ass shit.
And he is in a straight up leather mask.
Yep.
Like that. He looks like insane. And he and Dario and Matanza share a look. And Matanza just walks on out the trailer, presumably just walk the 300 miles.
Absolutely.
Back to Boyle Heights. But yeah, Matanza is on the fucking way,
He would
guys.
walk 375 miles, and he would walk 375 more just to be the monster to show up with a Glock at your door.
Yeah, so Matanza is on the way.
Matanza, I assume, for Aztec Warfare, which is fucking insane.
Did Katrina send the invite to the trailer?
Yeah, no, she's like, look, Daria, I know we have our differences, but I'd really appreciate, it'd just be nice if you showed up, as like a symbolic gesture. No, Dario's like, all right, now we take my fucking temple back. So this had me, because
Katrina wanted Dario to show up so there is a peaceful transfer of power. Exactly. And Dario says, I'm gonna January 6th this fucking temple.
Yeah, and then he fails miserably and he has to turn to all the believers and he's like, you're all my special little pog champs, but go home now. So yeah, he's like, we're taking the temple back with Matanza at my side, which, again, because I knew obviously how this episode was going to end. Obviously, I was like, oh boy, this has me gearing up for like a fucking big Haas fight between Matanza and Mil Muertes. And wait, is this gonna make Matanza the de facto babyface here? That's gonna be interesting. And again, I know how this. I definitely knew how this episode ended. So all my predictions are 100% correct here.
Right. So we move. It's time for the main event: Fenix versus Mil Muertes for the Lucha Underground Championship. As they're coming down the ring, Katrina licks her finger and then like rubs the nose of a fan on the way down the stairs.
I missed that. I did catch that there was a fucking there was some motherfucker with a death wish who, while they're walking down the stairs, reaches out and pats the Lucha Underground Championship belt. Like, well, Mil Muertes is wearing it. I'm like, that man.
Oh, you want to talk? There's a guy later who had a real fucking death wish.
Oh, I caught that too. I don't think I made a note of it, but I did catch that. No, but that motherfucker, I guarantee you, he touched the belt, he sat back down, and then he just disintegrated from necrotic damage. So that's what happened.
So
but yeah,
this match though, pretty goddamn sick.
It's sick. I do have a couple more entrance notes here, real quick. So Vampiro, while Katrina and Mil are finishing up their entrance, Vampiro's basically like, okay, sure, Mil Muertes is the embodiment of all evil, but man, he's gonna need a lot of therapy at some point after all this time of dating Katrina, which that's not exactly what he said, but he's like, at some point he's gonna have to reckon with everything.
Women, am I right?
She's gonna have to reckon with everything she's done to him, which, on one hand, bad touch. But on the other hand, yes, he's like, women, am I right?
On the one hand, he's right.
On the one hand, he's correct.
He doesn't know how he's, but on the other hand, he doesn't know how he's right.
Yeah, this is true.
Because
he doesn't
the
have
commentator does not know all of the grooming shit. He's just saying it because lol, woms, am I right?
Woms. Yeah, obviously, the woms who have the power the femoids who have the power to control giant zombie men with their boobs.
This is just old ball and chain shit, but he's accidentally hitting on something very correct.
It's heartbreaking. The worst person you know just made a great point. Also, as Fenix is making his entrance, Stryker claims that they call Fenix the Bird of War, which, I highly doubt they actually do call Fenix the Bird of War, but also, I'm into it.
Everybody calls him the Bird of War, of course. Very well known. Phoenix is famously Birds of War.
Obviously, that's how that works.
Now I'm kind of curious. Are they considered a Bird of War? Let's see here. Well, you know what? They are. Let's see. Quick to the folklore.
Or eat Phoenix, as it were.
All righty. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna see on Wikipedia. Will it say war anywhere? On let's see. Our fighting. Let's see if there's Nope, I see nothing. I see nothing.
Oof, ow, and also out.
So how about get the fuck out?
How about shut the fuck up, Stryker. But I will say I do like it as a title, and then he proceeds to try to Mandela effect us into believing that it's a thing that he's always called Phoenix throughout the rest of the fight.
So this match, Mil popping his pecs as the match is about to start. I have very detailed match notes of this match.
I have a lot of fucking notes.
Phoenix tries to stomp straight over to Mil Muertes, and Mil just immediately punches him in the face.
True.
Starts kicking his ass, but then Phoenix is kind of able to use his fancy luchador flippy shit to get out of it.
Yeah, Stryker's talking to Vampiro about who do you give the advantage to? And he's trying to contrast, as usual, the strength of Mil, the speed of Phoenix, and he's using what's going on in the ring to highlight that. But as he asks Vampiro that, Vampiro fucking is kind of out here just wishing that Mil Muertes will fucking murder Phoenix. He's like, yeah, I kind of hope that Mil just, kind of kills him. And it's like, what the fuck? Why?
Because death, bro.
Yeah, again, rooting for the fellow Goths. Though I'd also like to, it'd be very funny if we end up getting Lucha Bros shit in later on in LU, it turns out they're brothers the whole time.
I don't think they ever bring it up.
That's unfortunate, because I think it'd be really funny if it were just Vampiro knows they're brothers and he's trying to keep Pentagon away from the good influence that is Rey Fenix.
That would be a really cool way to bring that in. No, they
probably
do
not
not.
gonna happen.
They do not. I don't think they bring up the familial relations between Phoenix and Pentagon at any point in Lucha Underground.
Unfortunate.
Phoenix, pretty off the bat, they're hitting the wild shit as Phoenix staggers Mil with strikes and then hits the lethal injection.
Yes,
which is basically you bounce off the ropes back first into the ropes and like spin yourself into a cutter.
You do a fucking handstand.
Into the ropes.
Into the ropes back first, and then you bounce back and then
cutter.
into a fucking stunner. Yeah, cutter.
Yeah. And then Phoenix hits an enziguri kick on the apron, tries to springboard. Mil blocks him.
Wait. I do need to point this out. Is Phoenix is on the apron, hits the enziguri kick on Mil, and Vampiro just goes, oh, nothing Greco-Roman about that.
Oh, yeah, nothing Greco. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess fake French wrestling. There's nothing about that.
That was funny.
So Phoenix tries to jump back on a springboard. Mil blocks him, and then Mil spears Phoenix through the middle rope, Big E style.
Dude, that was fucked up. Oh my god.
And like this match is just getting started.
Also, after so this is where we get the guy in the crowd with the death wish who like Mil is like standing up after he fucking spears Phoenix through the ropes to the outside, and there's a guy that just kind of like reaches out and like pats at Mil Muertes, and he fucking jerks toward the dude.
We have a completely different idea of when that moment was actually, because I'm thinking of a different moment of somebody with a death wish, so I guess I'll have to bring it up.
I think I know then when that would be, but also after that, Vampiro on commentary goes, in response to that spear that just happened, although it's like he's 15 seconds late saying this, like there's a good pause, and he just goes, so that's what it looks like when a jumbo jet hits a mountain? Like, what the fuck does that...
My guy forgot his metaphor halfway.
He's definitely on his meds. Definitely on his meds. He also, though, he giggled a little bit while he said that. He knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, so Phoenix Mil gets Phoenix back in the ring, but Phoenix quickly counters. This is nuts though. Is Phoenix goes for a springboard dive and Mil hits a cutter midair.
Yes,
and catches Phoenix on that. I was like, what the fuck?
That was insane.
And this is leading to Mil starting to tear Phoenix's mask down the middle of his head.
Yes, which is what?
And then Mil drags Phoenix over the ropes and tries to hit him with a suplex to the outside.
I do want to insert while Mil is fucking up Phoenix's mask. So Mil fucks up Phoenix's mask, and like Phoenix blades in response to this. So you know his forehead's all fucking bloody, and Mil leans down to fucking suck his blood.
No, that's not. This isn't when This isn't when you can see him bleeding.
Oh, okay.
No, that happens when Phoenix has Mil on the outside, and he goes for a dive, and Mil hits him in the face with a chair.
Oh yeah, shit! And then
that's when you see the gash in his forehead, and then Mil, yes, like a cannibal, starts biting at Phoenix's open head,
which Vampiro gets very horny over. Again, it reminds him of his younger days. Also, like Phoenix is clearly bald underneath his mask, which feels bizarre. Phoenix, to me, with the mask on, has hair phrenology. So I was like, huh, that's a little weird to see.
Well, I'll tell you weird to see. We'll get to it though.
This is a setup, Austin. There's a payoff.
Yeah. Mil with a big ass DDT to Phoenix. Mil tosses Phoenix back to the outside. Mil drags Phoenix through the back, up the stairs where the fans sit, with a guardrail. Usually people just jump up there. Mil decided, I'm taking the stairs.
All the fun. Yeah, Mil's like, I can't make that jump.
I'm not doing that.
I'm a giant zombie man. We don't do that. Okay. So it's at this point. So I realized partway through the match of like, they didn't name like a stipulation for this match. Like this is just a normal like gift to the gods.
Normal title match.
Yeah. Well, except here's the thing I realized. So I was like, oh, it's kind of funny that their rubber match is like, set up to be their most vanilla of their series, stipulation wise. Except are all temple matches just Extreme Rules? Because fucking there is no count out here.
Dario gives referees extremely wide berths to not call DQs and countouts because that's less exciting.
Yeah, well, I guess Katrina also decided that was
it's AEW refereeing rules in here, where
but at least fucking AEW refs do a count out.
Yeah, here in the temple, it's just whatever,
It's just so everything is just by default an Extreme Rules match. Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, so Mil.
I don't know how it took me this long to notice that, but
So
whatever.
They're fighting up in the fan area. Phoenix tries to do like his rope walk thing, tightrope walk on the guardrail, and Mil just shoves Phoenix back into the crowd.
that was
how you know wrestling is a work, because if it was a shoot, he'd send him the other way.
Yeah, down once more. Yeah,
but.
Well, it's funny too because at some point during the sequence, Vampiro does say that bro, he fucking worked him. Vampiro says, "Fuck your kayfabe." It was not. I don't think it was in response to this. I think it was just generally supposed to be like he's beating up on him. But the terminology, Vampiro.
Yeah. So Mil decides that he has done enough, and in fact, jumps down over the guardrail to go back on the floor. And he's just lollygagging around.
I do want to point out one more thing from Vampiro. Like, while they're both up there, Phoenix, again, he does try to like fight back a little bit. And the striker comments, Phoenix fighting back. And Vampiro goes, Matt, you gotta see this. He's commenting. Why are you like this?
Watching the match.
Why?
He's also watching the match. Anyway.
So yes.
Phoenix
Mil is down.
It's like, I am getting in my fucking guardrail walk spot.
I want a tightrope walk. It's in my contract.
So while Mil is on the floor to the outside, Phoenix walks the rest of the guardrail and then dives onto him. Crazy.
Because he's the best.
Katrina starts wandering over to Phoenix over by the announce table, and the ref tells her to back up here, pal. And Mil Muertes grabs Phoenix, slams him over the announce table. As at this point, he apparently gets shoved by a fan in the front row because Mil steps to some dude in the audience.
Okay, fuck. That is the moment I was talking about earlier. I just got it mixed up when that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, that was hilarious. Dude fucking slaps him and he just goes, "Who?" And the guy backs up immediately. That's so funny. Also fucking so yeah, he power bombs Phoenix onto the announce table. And Striker and Vampiro getting up, and as the power bomb happens, Vampiro goes, shit, man, I'm covered in blood. What? Aren't you into that? Why do you sound upset? Whatever.
Yeah, so Mil tosses Phoenix back into the ring, and Katrina gives Mil a kiss of death. That's Striker's words, not mine. And he's still like, I wonder what.
Still no Rock though, for some reason.
And then he's like, I wonder what effect this will have on Mil as the match continues. And Phoenix immediately kicks boners. And then Phoenix immediately kicks Mil Muertes in the face as he's trying to get back in the ring.
Well, I thanks to a random game theory episode I watched years ago that for some reason burned into my memory, I know that arousal can slow your reaction time. So you know.
I don't think they were thinking that too deep into it. So Phoenix kicks Mil.
Theory, Austin. Game theory.
Hey,
Lucha theory. Anyway,
I'm the one who makes that joke on this podcast because I've never.
When have you ever made that joke?
I've almost certainly made it to you at least once. And more importantly, I've never watched Game Theory, so it's funnier if I say it.
Yes, that's how that works. No, true. Very, very good point.
So Phoenix
staggers. That's just a theory.
Theory. That's just a theory. A game theory. Yes. As I was trying to continue the story here. Fenix kicks Mil and staggers him on the apron. Fenix is going up to the top rope with Vampiro going. Now this is Striker, excuse me. Sometimes you need to be dragged through hell to reach heaven.
Okay. Striker is still continues to sound like an 8th grader writing an essay, but he's getting better. I do like these quotes a little bit more.
Striker sounds like an 8th grader who still cares about themes.
True. Fucking true.
All right.
Deep cut
Fenix
right there.
Fenix stomps Mil's head, and then he starts ripping Mil Muertes' mask off. And in fact, pulls the entire top of his head off.
Just right the fuck off. Scalps his mask a little bit.
Mil's got a whole ass head
Mil
of hair
has
for
a
dead guy.
whole ass fucking head of hair, which my man very much has bald phrenology, which what the fuck? I don't know which is weirder. Yeah, I feel like something is a little backwards here, and it's not like
I feel like it's because Mil has a perfectly round mask, and Fenix does not.
Well, Fenix got the mohawk. I did think that might be fucking with my perception a little bit too, but like, and well, also like Mil's a big dude. Like he's very much got like a definitely has a Thin Blue Line sticker on his pickup truck. Look to him, the physiognomy.
I can't imagine Mil Muertes being
well now that I know he has hair,
dead.
Now that I know he has hair, and it's like young guy hair too. Like it's like there's a decent amount of it, and it's kind of like fucking spiky. And
which is
so now
funny because I'm pretty sure dude's like 40 at this point. I
don't know. Like, but either way,
dude is 48 right now. So he was like 40 when
he has the hair of like a 32-year-old like firefighter who's extremely jacked and likes to wear very tight-fitting polo shirts to family barbecues. Like that was the vibe I immediately got when we saw Mil Muertes' weirdly full ass head of hair.
Very full head of hair here. But Mil is fucking pissed that half of his mask is gone. How dare Fenix rip his mask like that? That is disrespectful to Lucha Libre tradition.
I mean, it does take away a little bit of the mystique to see that like he has hair underneath. To be fair, he got a point.
Does kind of work with the story of this whole thing, I think.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Chip to God here, but Mil gets in the ring and spears the fuck out of Fenix for this.
Once again.
Pounds him down. Mil goes and gets another chair. Mil is trying to like do a move to Fenix on the chair, presumably the flatliner. But Fenix will not give up, and Fenix picks up the chair, and Mil punches at and he used it to block a punch from Mil. So Mil punches the chair, hurts his hand. Phoenix hits him with a chair a few times.
Beans him in the fucking head. And shout out to the one like woman in the crowd who just screams as that happens. Mm-hmm. Not a fan of the blunt force head trauma. Fair. Also, the crowd. So I was struggling to decipher this. The crowd was. I couldn't quite.
I heard Animo.
Well, I heard Animo, but it sounded kind of like Animal. But Vampiro clears this up on commentary. So this whole time the crowd has been chanting Animo, which apparently is like a Spanish phrase for like yes you can. So it's the Obama chant.
The Spanish to English translation by Google says Animo means cheer up in English. So
that sounds about right.
Pretty good approximation of
yes you can. Thanks Obama. And also shout out to Vamp for it. It must be a blue moon. This is his one helpful commentary for the next.
This is the gringo.
This is the gringo translation of season 2. True.
That Striker says the blood of the gods being drained out here in the temple.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
Because both men are bleeding at this point.
Well, yeah, but neither of them are God. Whatever.
Well, they are, the life and death, like the.
Okay, he's losing the plot a little bit. All right.
Bat Phoenix with a super kick downs Mil, hits a jumping 450 splash, 2 count. Then Mil catches. Then Phoenix tries to run the ropes. Mil catches him for a Uranagi slam. 2 count. The bird of war will not die.
Yes, I did catch that one. Again,
Mil-
it is a sick title. I'll give him that.
Mil goes for hit clothesline, misses. Fenix hits gut kick, chest kick, spinning heel kick, and then Fenix struggling, but he hits a German suplex.
He fucking
Mil
Germans,
Muertes.
which I need to point out, Mil Muertes is like
ass.
twice this man's size.
And he suplexes his big ass.
Yeah, he still manages to fucking German Mil, and like bridge pin attempts him. Because again, he's the best.
Yeah,
for the 1-2.
2 count. Then Fenix goes to the top rope. Mil gets up and uppercuts him up the top rope.
Mil says, "Fuck your flippy shit."
And Mil then does a DDT off the top rope.
Yes.
But Mil Muertes, the crowd starts chanting Mil Muertes, but then there's also a counter chance of adding sucks. So it's like Mil Muertes sucks. Mil Muertes sucks.
Again, no moral alignments here. We just want whoever's doing the most violence.
And then we have talked so much about the seemingly I want to believe this is intentional. But we've talked a lot about how in this show, when heels don't just take the win, they end up losing. And Mil grabs Fenix, sets up for the flatliner, takes 30 years to hit it.
I do want to point out real quick that as he's doing that, Stryker on commentary says, "Are the beeps increasing? Flatliner coming?" Which, okay.
But he didn't pin off the DDT.
He didn't pin off the DDT. He's got to hit his finisher.
He's doing forever to set up for the flatliner. And Fenix counters it into a roll-up pin. 1, 2, 3.
2, 3
is your new Lucha Underground champion.
What the fuck was that? What? Yeah, okay. And it was at this point that my jaw hits the floor of like, I was like, oh, Mil Muertes versus Fenix. It's going to be a sick rubber match, but we know the punchline. No.
Yeah, we know the punchline. It was in the title. Life after death.
Oh, fuck you. God damn it. Oh my fucking God. Okay, so yeah, Rey Fenix is the new Lucha Underground champion. Holy fucking fuck. That was insane.
Yep. Looking back on it, fantastic match. I am sad that Mil Muertes' reign was very short. 7 episodes. It made it 8 episodes.
It was.
He spent half of it with a broken arm.
Yeah.
It's a short reign for Mil Muertes.
Yeah, which is slightly weird for the man you've established to be like your ultimate like monster final boss.
I gotta next couple more episodes. I have more to say about that, but yeah, okay. It makes sense when you look at how the next few episodes are about to go.
Okay,
but
and again, Katrina really lacking on the rock-based offense tonight, which
no rock, no win. I don't know. This is her fault, really.
Yeah, and she has the Rock with her. I don't know, if again, messy bitch. She's like,
she was so nervous. She's
something.
She spent the whole match looking nervous as fuck. She was so nervous she forgot to use the Rock.
You can just lift it the whole time and have him be the most powerful motherfucker. Whatever.
But Fenix wins, and he goes into the crowd with the belt. The crowd surrounds him. He's surrounded by the believers.
Yes,
cradling the belt. And Katrina decides that I have got one last play up my sleeve. Because she says that tells Fenix to celebrate while he can. Because next week is Aztec Warfare. And it is not for the number 1 contendership for the title next week. It is for the title next week.
Which, oh my fucking God. Okay.
And to keep the tradition, Fenix will be entering number 1 Mil Muertes will be entering number 20.
Yeah, we're not allowed to have nice things in Katrina's temple.
Death
Fuck
is
you.
coming for everyone. 1,000 of them.
Yes. And this has Stryker losing his ever loving shit upon this announcement. And I wrote down this whole quote because it was fucking insane. So Katrina makes this announcement, and Phoenix is like, you know what? I'm riding this high. Let's fucking go.
You can't make me upset this week. You can't get to me. I'm the winner.
Yeah, so even if he does end up being a transitional ass champion, he's enjoying it for now. And so we get this great image of him like basically fucking being held aloft by the crowd. Katrina and Bill looking real salty in the ring, and Matt Stryker in his most unhinged call I've yet heard him make. The call has been cast out across the land. Fighters of all nations, take up your arms. Find your armor. Put your bravest foot forward. In 7 nights, swords will be drawn, men will be tested, and the ground will shake from the thunder of violence that is Aztec warfare. Okay, man, calm down there like a little bit. For Vampiro, I'm Matt Stryker. The apocalypse is upon us, and may God have mercy on us all. Jesus, okay, fuck, calm down, man. It's gonna be fine.
We're just gonna have a match next week.
Yeah, it's just a thing. Don't worry about it. All right, fuck. Great line, unironically, but my man was losing his mind. Holy shit.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh my god, that was a great episode.
We end this is what a happy episode.
Yeah, seriously.
Baby faces all coming out on top. Death had control of the temple and they lost all the gold.
I know. They just fucking died because Katrina doesn't remember that she can just lift the fucking rock.
We have overcome death. Just kind of like last time, season 1, which admittedly I watched more of this than you did because we skipped to Aztec Warfare.
Yeah,
but they kind of present this nice like full circle little mini arc here, all on these first 8 episodes before we get into Aztec Warfare. Last time, first season, it was all about like, give me the fucking money, the briefcase of $100,000.
Give me your fucking money.
And then this time, Dario was trying to pay him in Paul Heyman bucks, and Johnny Mundo said that no, sir,
that ain't gonna work for me, brother.
But and then in this season, you have Katrina's control of the temple. Mil and the disciples have the belts, and now it ends with the good guys getting the belts.
Yeah, surprisingly not a season-long arc, but shit's about to shake real up with Dario showing back up.
Yeah, Dario's coming back. Everyone is condensing, coming together.
And now Mil has to go
Warfare.
sit at the kiddie table at Evil Easter.
Yeah.
Wow, Uncle Mil, you're a real fucking bitch.
Everyone's actually sitting at the kiddie table this year except Katrina. Because everyone else are losers.
True. Well, if someone tries to make Katrina sit at the kiddie table, she'll lick them, and no one wants to deal with that. You know, really unsanitary around all that food.
Yep. So next time we're here in Lucha Underground, it'll be eyeing for Aztec Warfare 2.
Aztec fucking Warfare! I'm so goddamn excited.
Yep. But next time on the podcast, it's time to get excited, David.
Is it?
Because it's time for the semifinals of the Brawl for All.
I'm not gonna lie, Austin. That sounds like the time for the opposite of excitement. That sounds like
we
the time
are
for
on
dread
the highway to hell.
Well, it is my own personal hell. Oh no! Oh dear God!
What will anyone stop Bart Gunn after he knocked out Dr. Death?
Everything backfired. JR in shambles.
JR went backstage and had a good long cry.
And then he slapped Dr. Death in the face for being a bitch.
Yep. So yeah, next time we're back on 98 Raw for more Brawl for All action.
Okay, fine. God damn it.
All right, but that's for next time. Until then, David, hit our plugs.
Yes, sir. Dear friends, thank you all so much for joining us on yet another episode of the Noobs and Knockouts podcast. We are so delighted to have you here. Returning listeners, viewers, what have you, you all know the drill. Thank you all so much for once again welcoming us back into your eardrums, your eyeballs, whatever the hell it is you use to consume our content. We are so happy to have you here. New people, hey, hi, how's it going? Welcome to the show. We here at the Noobs and Knockouts podcast like to think we are friendly to both noobs and knockouts alike. So whether you're brand new to the wild, wacky world of wrestling or you're a veteran of all the weird bullshit, either way, we are delighted to have you here. We hope you had a great time here. Things feel accessible to you and welcoming. And we hope you want to keep coming back to have a great time with us week after week after week. And we're going to tell you all the ways you can do that. First of all, you can find us on YouTube. We are the Noobs and Knockouts podcast on YouTube. Hit subscribe, ring that bell, make sure it turns a nice little solid color so you get notifications every single time we drop a brand new episode. Check out all of our playlists because Austin has been kind enough to organize all of the arcs that we follow into their own separate playlists so you can follow a storyline all the way down without having to skip around a whole lot. It's great. And, be sure to give us that sweet engagement. Helps out our metrics so much. You all know the drill. And hey, you can see our beautiful faces and our lovely HUD when you check out the video version too. Who doesn't want to who really wants to miss these sexy mugs? I mean, come on now. So check it out. But if you're a fan of the audio-only experience, we have you covered there as well. You can find the Noobs and Knockouts podcast on 3 of the best places to find your podcast, which, of course, are Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Come give us a listen there. Download our show so you can listen to us offline. If you're so inclined, maybe give us some nice reviews and a 5-star rating. Let the people know these guys are pretty cool. Maybe more people should be listening to them. I don't know, just spitballing off the top of my head. Stuff like that helps out the show tremendously. If you're a fan of us and fan of what we do and want to help promote the word, hashtag stand up for Noobs and Knockouts, if you will, and I won't. Be sure to give us a shout out, with all that good stuff. Again, that sweet engagement. We love it so much. Noobs and Knockouts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Of course, we exist past this little void that we find ourselves in week after week. You can find us a few other places on the interwebs as well. Of course, our main one being on social media at Noobs and Knoxpod on Twitter, or I guess X now, but I fucking refuse to call it that. At Noobs, the letter N, Knoxpod on Twitter. Come check us out there. It's all the good stuff. We're doing the Twitter thing, memes, discourse, shitting on people who we think have just, the worst takes. We post every single time we drop a brand new episode, so you guys always know what the hell is going on. Highlight of our Twitter is, of course, weekly wrestling live tweeting every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. On TBS, we are watching AEW Dynamite and tweeting all about that good shit and having a grand old time. On top of that, I'm a bit of an AEW loyalist in my house, so whenever I get the chance on Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on TNT, we are watching and tweeting about, of course, AEW Rampage, because it is the show that y'all been waiting on. It's the show I'm always waiting on to tweet about. And then Saturday nights, when I get the time, at 8 p.m. Eastern, also on TNT, we are tweeting about AEW Collision, which, of course, is there because Saturday night is, in fact, all right for fighting. This is true. Many people are saying this in many such cases. On top of all of that, that's the engagement from the noob side. On the knockout side, our boy Austin is a diligent follower of all the major American wrestling companies, and he likes to sometimes watch their pay-per-views and tweet about them. And we like to give you guys an update on what the hell's going on currently in the current world of wrestling, especially for all you nooberinos who might be looking to hop on the fan train a little bit. So, my friend, do inform the people what is on the docket and coming up.
Sure. So, let's start with AEW. We already just said how you can watch AEW on a weekly basis there, but upcoming for AEW is 2 pay-per-views in 2 weeks.
Ooh,
Grouse, that went great, didn't it? But yeah, first on August 27th is All In at Wembley Stadium.
Holy shit.
It's going to be like 80,000 people there. It's going to be crazy.
Fucking insane.
That's August 27th. You can get that on Bleacher Report if you're in America, Fight TV if you're not, or if you're not, wink. Or you can buy it through traditional pay-per-view outlets. In addition, the next weekend on September the 3rd will be All Out, available in Chicago and available through the same pay-per-view outlets. Then for WWE, they just finished SummerSlam, a show that was beloved by everyone.
By some, indeed, maybe. We've heard rumors.
Yes. All true WWE fans loved the show. That is what I definitely heard. But next up for the WWE, first of all, if you want to watch WWE on a weekly basis, you can do so on Raw. Monday nights on USA Network is Monday Night Raw at 8 p.m. Eastern, and Friday nights on Fox is Friday Night SmackDown at 8 p.m. Eastern. And upcoming for WWE is Payback. On September the 2nd, everybody's getting in their Labor Day weekend shows.
I like I like being paid back for things. WWE hooking us up with that Venmo. You love to see it.
I don't think that's what they mean when they say that.
I think that's definitely what they mean when they say it. I think I'm getting a payout come Labor Day weekend.
You're going to be David's going to be vastly disappointed.
Look, they owe me restitution for psychic damage. All right, I've earned this.
For the Brawl for All and Katie Vick, that's
everything, Austin. For everything.
But yeah, it's September 2nd. You can watch Payback on Peacock. WWE has kind of gotten away from pay-per-view, though I think technically you can still find it on pay-per-view. I don't know. There's like 10,000 people every month that like buy these shows on pay-per-view. But easiest way to watch it is by watching on Peacock. That's the streaming service that live streams all their shows on that. And then for Impact Wrestling, they have a pay-per-view coming up in a week. On August the 20th is Impact Wrestling X New Japan Pro Wrestling Multiverse United 2, For Whom the Bell Tolls, at the historic 2300 Arena, former home of ECW in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Right, they've got a few matches upcoming here. I mean, this is just like Impact v New Japan dream match kind of stuff. Not a whole lot of storylines to be covered.
You'll love to see it.
You got Alex Shelley defending the Impact World Championship against Hiroshi Tanahashi. His old man knees refused to give up.
Oh boy!
Or at least he refused to give up. His knees.
Wait, didn't Shelley lose the title? Did he get it back?
No, he didn't lose the title. He was the only at Slammiversary. Everyone lost their title except Shelley.
Okay.
Because fuck you, Nick Aldis, you bitch.
Yeah, Jesus.
Leo Rush and Trey Miguel teaming up against Hiromu Takahashi and Mike Bailey for some crazy X Division action. TMDK, Zack Sabre, that's Zack Sabre Jr. and Shane Hayes versus Moose and Eddie Edwards. That should be a really nice technical match. And then just announced is Doki versus Sami Callihan. Those are two dudes who love brawling. It'll probably get a little bit bloody, especially if Sami Callihan's allowed to just kind of go wild. And then the next weekend for Impact on the August 27th, same day as All In actually, will be Emergence, one of Impact Wrestling's B-level shows that is put on their Impact Plus streaming service. Now, to watch Impact Wrestling on a regular basis, you can. Impact Plus has it next day, all their episodes next day, so you're ready to go there. But if you want to watch it live, you can do that at 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays on Access TV, or through a $1 a month YouTube subscription, you can watch it live every Thursday starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, commercial free.
Hell yeah. So yeah, be sure to check all that shit out. We like to tell you guys all about that. We're hashtag, not sponsored. But again, for the noobs in the audience,
I am hashtag for sale.
True. Please God, somebody let us plug you. Please give us money. We'll be such good little lapdogs, we promise. Woof woof. No, but we like to keep you guys appraised of all that stuff. If you're looking to really get into the fandom, we want to let you know what some of your major options are, and especially we like to talk about those pay-per-views. If especially if you're a noob, those pay-per-views are kind of great jumping on points. You're guaranteed to get some absolutely crazy matches. Big storylines are finishing up, new storylines are like kicking off. Um, it's kind of a great jumping on point, and it kind of a lot of times will show you the best wrestling has to offer. Not always, but it's been known to happen. So we like to keep you guys appraised of all of that. And yeah, so be sure to check all that out. If you're a fan of listening to us ramble about wrestling for hours on end, you'll like it over on the Twitter. The voices carry over pretty well. We're making jokes just as lame, for your viewing pleasure. So be sure to check all of that out at Noobs and Knockouts Pod on the Twitter. Of course, if you want to get in more long-form contact with us, you can email us. We have an email address, noobsandknockoutspod@gmail.com. That's noobs, the word and, knockoutspod@gmail.com. Come say hi to us. Tell us what you think about the show. Request things you want to see us cover on the show. Yell at us for our hot takes or tell us how fucking based we are. I'd prefer the latter, but I ain't going to tell you what to do. Just generally fucking talk with us, say hi to us, start discourse. We love people saying hi. We love to say hi back. Noobs and knockoutspod@gmail.com. And of course, finally, you can also find us on Patreon. We are also the Noobs and Knockouts podcast on Patreon. $1 a month, just a single little dollary do, gets you early access to episodes and a shout out at the end of each episode. Shout out to the sugar daddy, Kyle Smith, for his continued support. Friend of the show. We love you so much, buddy. We hope you love your perks, enjoy your perks. If you want to enjoy those perks along with our boy Kyle, you can go sign up for that shit at Noobs and Knockouts Podcast. Link, by the way, for that is in our Twitter.
See y'all next time.
Hasta luego.